Hi, everyone. It's Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm going to give it a minute and see if some of you come in and find the video. We are going to make another project for our Creating Gratitude movement for World Card Making Day. If you tuned in for that, then you saw the 3 cards that I made that you could send to someone for expressing gratitude. And I'm just going to continue that with a project that I do every year, and it's called a blessing box. But we're going to get started here in just a few seconds. Hi, Bonnie, Calamity Jane's Cottage. Thanks for watching. Hi, Pam. So anyway, I'm hoping that as you've been watching these videos, that you are thinking about maybe writing what you're grateful for in the gratitude journal that we made last week, or have a list of people that you're going to be sending cards to. I'll be telling you more about that. Next week, I'm going to start sending out cards, and I hope you will join me in that. But just start making a list of those people who are special to you, who provide a service for you, who just could use some acknowledgement for what they do, and send them a handmade card. Hi, Nan, welcome. So let's get started. I have a few announcements that I think I can show you if I can find my paper. So let me switch to my desk layout. There we go. Okay. I have something I wanted to mention. I can pull it up here. My 12 weeks of Christmas are going on right now. And if you sign up for my email list, which is at that link, if you'll want to screenshot that, it's at that link at the bottom of the screen right now. You will get starting, let's see, this will be week 3 coming up next week, comes out every Wednesday at 1. And I'm showing like cards, gift ideas, and tags, bags, or wraps as we wind down and get closer to the holiday. So be sure you do that so you don't miss out on any of the others. And then let's see, on Saturday morning on YouTube, I will be making a Christmas card with the Memories and More kit, the Berry Christmas Memories and More kit. So I hope you will tune in then. Okay, so those 2 things are covered. Let me talk about the Stampin' Up! Special right now. You know, this is the 35th anniversary of Stampin' Up! 35 years. That's pretty awesome for the company. So they are decided to offer a special on our starter kit. And so when you purchase the starter kit, you become part of the Stampin' Up! Family. And through me, you would become part of my Ink and Inspiration Stars team, and we would love to have you. But the specifics here, I'm going to move this up a little closer where it's a little more visible. So you have 2 options. You can get 35% off the cost of the starter kit, which it's normally $99. And right now during October, you can get it for $64.35. Okay. And then you still get to choose $125 worth of product. Hey, Patty. Okay. Or option 2, you can pay the $99, okay, for the kit and get 35% more in your kit, $168.75 worth of product. So that is a great offer. And so if you've been thinking about becoming part of the Stampin' Up! Family, we would love to have you. Just give me a call or send me a text. That's my number right there. You can screenshot it and we'll talk about it. I'll answer any questions that you have. Okay? All right. Let's get started. I'm going to get Patty, before I forget, you won one of the door prizes the other day. I can't remember which one it was for commenting on a video. And so I need your current address if you'll send that to me again. Okay. All right. Let's get started here. I'm going to pull, let's see, get this off of here. All right. So I have designed my blessing box a little bit differently this year. And my method to my madness here was to make something that would be easy to tuck into my purse. So I have normally made a box. Let me grab one here. I have some still on my shelf that I created in years past. So here's one, and it's usually this little box that holds 3x3 cards. That's from the past. Then here's another one. Remember these papers? Okay. So putting this in my purse was a little cumbersome. Okay. So I decided to try to make a little bag. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. You're welcome, Patty. All right. So, and I've made my cards a different size too to fit into the bag. So let me open this. I just have a little ribbon closure, and I've made this project super simple. So there's no reason that you can't make it. You probably have supplies at home that you can use to create this. So I made these little cards to tuck inside, and as I need more, I can make them. So the idea behind this, okay, for me was to have these on hand with a little thank you on the inside, and maybe I could write a little note. I appreciate you, or thanks for doing that for me. For anyone that you come in contact with during your day, could be the lady at the that's doing checkout. It could be someone that washes your car. It could be, get the idea. Just anything like that, and you could hand them a card. I don't worry about an envelope. Okay. If you make 3x3, we do have 3x3 envelopes, but for this, I just keep it very simple. And you can see the design here is super simple, but I'm going to give you all the measurements and everything so you can make these too. And this will fit so easily in the bag. Now, another way that I use these little cards is to leave them in places where I know someone is going to find it. Okay. And on the inside, I usually put an uplifting message or a verse from scripture. And I'm going to make one of those tonight just to show you. And I'm going to put those in my little blessing box too. So let me talk a little bit about this paper that I used. This is one of our online exclusives, and it is called the Delightful Floral. So let me just tell you about our online exclusives. When we say that, that means that these products, if they're an online exclusive, cannot be found in any catalog. They're specifically in the online store, and there is a category that says online exclusives. Now, it can be paper, it's stamps, it's punches, it's tools, all kinds of things are in there. So I encourage you to check that out. Also in the online exclusives are the kits in our kit collection, which can only be found online. So all of those are grouped together in those online exclusives, and that's where you can find this paper. Now, what I wanted to talk about with this paper, if some of these flowers look familiar to you, it's because, let me find the page in the mini, it coordinates with this translucent florals. Okay, so I know some of you may have this. This is the perfect paper, but tonight I'm just using the paper and using other stamp sets. Okay, so you could do the same thing with your blessing box. Let me just show you these prints. You can see how beautiful that is, and the colors are gorgeous. And then we have this wash on the back. Here's another pattern. And then this is the pattern I'm using for our blessing box tonight. We have this one, a leafy fern there. And this is a very light, goodness, let me see the colors in this. Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, Calypso Floral, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lolly, Parakeet Party, Parakeet Party, Pool Party, which is what this color is, and Pretty Peacock. Okay. Here is another one. So it's much like, this one is like an all over print. And this is the one that I used to cut out this flower here, okay? All right, here's another one with a pretty all over print. And then another leafy print. Let me show you the backs of these. The backs are all in one of the colors that are in this watercolor wash. Okay, there's Pretty Peacock and Calypso Coral. So you can see it's a very versatile pack of paper. Even if you didn't need floral, you could use the back side to make some beautiful projects. Okay. Okay, let me get started here. I am going to pull out the piece that for the bag. So this is cut 6 by 6, so you can get 4 of these out of one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And we're going to do some scoring. So I'm going to get out my Simply Scored scoring tool and put this up at the top. And you're going to see on one side, we go 1 and 5. And then when I have this little curved arrow on my Post-it note, that means we're going to turn the paper and score it on that other side. Okay, so let me get my scoring tool. I'm using the ball tip that's larger so it won't cut through the paper. Yes, it is beautiful, Pam. Sure is. We're going to score at 1 and 5. Now let's flip it, turn it the other way at the top. And this is going to be 2.5 and 3.5. Okay. All right. 2.5 and 3.5. Double checking myself there. All right. So now I'm just going to fold on all of these score lines and putting those pretty flowers in there on the inside. But I really wanted the outside to be rather, more of a solid look. You could do this with cardstock as well, but I found that it was really easy to go ahead and do it with designer paper. Okay. All right. So there we go there. All right. So now I'm just going to take my paper snips and cut up on this 2.5 and 3.5 inch score on both sides. Easy to do. Okay, so now to put it together, we're going to put these 2 tabs in and then fold these sides up. And the only thing you would probably want to watch for is be sure that if you've got this front flap coming over, you do the same thing on this side. It just gives it a more finished look on one side, okay, with just the folds. So I've got that ready. And I'm going to take and let's see what kind of adhesive. I think I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus so I don't have to wait and hold the sides for the glue to dry. And match that side to that score line and bring that over and give it a good press. Let's do this side. So you can see, super simple to put this together, right? Okay, let's come over. I've got both of my open edges at the back. I'm trying to match the tops there to give it a neat finish. And there's our box or bag, whatever you want to call it. I'm so used to calling it blessing box that that's what I'm going to stick with. Okay, so on this, I showed you that the paper that I used to cut the flower out. So I'm going to very easily and quickly fussy cut around this. And I'm leaving just a hair of the basic white around it because I don't want to cut into the image. That little white border does not look bad. If you would rather not have it, you could lightly sponge with a light color, like in Freesia. This is Blackberry Bliss, didn't I say? Blackberry Bliss was in this. So you could use like Freesia and cover up that white. I don't mind it. So it's just a matter of personal preference. So when you're fussy cutting, you move your paper more than your scissors, and I'm cutting, and then I'm going to turn the paper, and I'm turning as I cut instead of having to do the scissor dance. Okay, so that's ready to go. Now, when I went to embellish the front, I thought it needed something else. So I took some fresh freesia, and I believe I used, yes, my 2-inch circle punch. Now this is another online exclusive. Circle punch is not in the catalog, but it is in the online store. This one and the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And I hope we keep getting more. I love circle punches. How about y'all? Makes so things quick and easy, and it's such a good backdrop for so many things. Now, if you want to do a ribbon closure, what I suggest is to put the ribbon on next. And let's see, I'm trying to remember, cut about 16 inches of ribbon. And I'm using another online exclusive. Let me cut it and then I'll show you. This one right here, the glittered organdy ribbon. This is an online exclusive. If you remember, I believe it was in last year's mini catalog for the holidays, right? Well, it was super popular and super beautiful, so they put it in the online exclusives, okay? And that just leaves room, more pages in our catalog for other fun stuff. And with online exclusives, if you see it in the online store and there it says currently unavailable, then it's coming back. Okay, I'm putting a little adhesive here. Now this is probably the hardest part of the whole project. You have to put your hand underneath because there's not a lot of body there to get the adhesive. Okay, let me get back to what I was saying. If in the online store for anything, if you see something is currently unavailable written in red in tiny print beneath it, that means it is coming back. Some things take a while because of shipping and trade and just getting things here, but that means it is coming back. If it disappears from the online store, it's not coming back. So one case in point is the glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts that are in the mini catalog. No longer available, and they're not coming back, okay? Because they would not get them in time for the Halloween season, so they're not replenishing the supply, okay? 1/4 inch. Wow, Nan, that's tiny. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what my smallest one is. See, I have all mine here. I have my 1/2 inch. Okay, so there we go. The embellishment here helps stabilize that ribbon, and this just makes a really easy closure. You do not have to tie a bow. I just tie a single knot when I close it up. And you can pinch these in, but when you have all your cards in there, it kind of opens it up a little bit. So not to worry, just give it a tie up here at the top and you're good to go. Okay. You can make it, you can do it, you can do it. Okay, so let's look at our cards. Super simple, super fun. And I am, let me see, get these out. So what I did to decide the size of my card, I measured this, the width of the box and the height of the box, and I made it a little smaller. I came in and made the cardstock smaller so it would slide in and be completely hidden on the inside. Okay, so let me see. Here I have Parakeet Party cardstock, and all these cards are cut at 4.5 by 3.5, and I scored it at 2.25. And then I get this size card. Okay. And so I have 2 of the deckled circles cut out in the same Parakeet Party and basic white. I have a basic white piece, 2 by 3.25, that's going to go on the inside, and this is the same for all the cards. And then a piece of designer paper, 2 by 3.25. So let me show you the decal rectangles. These are in the mini catalog, and look at all those circles. And I love this big one. There's different things you can do with these big circles. So I haven't played much with it, just these smaller ones, but can't wait to get my hands on more of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the 2 green ones and get this out because I'll be using that color ink. So I'm going to stamp on those 2, put these right here, get my DSP and my DSP, and these are going to be landscape, okay, so that I can fit my stamp. This says thank you so much, and I'm using the For You and the Thank You So Much from the Layering Leaves stamp set. Okay, all right, so let's get some Parakeet Party. This is a bright color, right? Happy color. Okay, so I'm just going to center that and ink this one up for this inside. All right, and then I'm going to get my 2 little circles and stamp the For You. See how quickly you can get this put together? And if you don't have to do die cuts, I just wanted to use those decals because I think they're so pretty. But you could punch it or cut a rectangle, okay? All right, so let's layer these up. All right, and then put this on the inside. I really don't need that much adhesive, so let me do a little better. Just some little pieces on each corner. Put that in there. And then I have this designer paper with the Parakeet Party and Pretty Peacock. So these cards, you know, the thought behind it is the thought. It's not how fancy you can make it. It is the gesture of kindness and acknowledgement and appreciation. There's that. If you want to put gems on it, you can. I don't, okay, because when I'm taking them in and out of my purse or my bag or whatever, it's like those gems get caught because I'm a little rough on my blessing boxes, truth be told, but totally worth it all. So a couple of places that I put these, I put one in a store next to baby food where a young mama might find it. Okay, let me go ahead and put these in here. They're done. I've put it like next to books where the book section is. Sometimes I'll just drop it on the floor in the middle of an aisle. Okay, so anyway, just, you know, wherever you can think. I've even left one in a bathroom before on the vanity, you know, a nice bathroom. Yep. All right, so here we're going a different color route. Look at those pretty flowers. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's stamp first, okay? Where's this other one? Here it is. All right. We're doing the same thing, y'all, but in Fresh Freesia. Again, welcome if you are just joining us. I am making my 2023 version of a blessing box, which contains little cards, little thank you cards, or cards of appreciation, or cards with uplifting messages just to leave somewhere where someone can find it. And I do believe the Lord leads someone to it that needs to see it. You can also, I talked to a friend of mine at Backstage, which was the Stampin' Up! Leadership Conference in Las Vegas in August. She does little cards like this, and she puts her tips in them for the waiters and waitresses at a restaurant. Isn't that a cute idea? Mm-hmm. Love it. All right. Okay, so I want to invite you all to, if you're on Facebook, to join my Ink and Inspiration Stampers group. It's a private group where we share, you can share projects. I share a little bit more of just different things. It's different than my business page, which I share a lot on there too. But this group is private, so you have to request to join and answer a couple of questions because I keep out those that don't need to be in there, you know, the trolls. And we'd love to have you. I'm going to see if I have that link here, but I don't know if I do. I'll try to have it below the video. You can click on it, go to it, and click on request to join. And I'm going to try to start doing more with that group, more lives and some fun stuff. So come over there and join us. All right. Did I forget to do my For You? I did. What did I do with the stamp? Did I already? No. What did I do with the stamp, y'all? Okay. It's here somewhere. Here's this one. Did I take it off already? Okay. So it's probably right in front of my nose. Here's this. Oh my goodness. Y'all, here it is. How many times have y'all watched me and it's like that happens? Like, where are my scissors? Where's my this? And I know I'm not the only one that happens to. Right? Okay, For You. For You. All right. Let's put this on. Okay. And then we'll have these 4 cards ready to go. And then I'm going to show you some of one like I would just leave somewhere. I didn't even make a sample of it because I've done so many. I'm just going to fly by the seat of my pants on that one. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. It's like, what in the world? And it's like when you're recording or live, it's like you're looking everywhere and you can totally look just right over it, right? Okay, so here, these go here. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love these. This time of year where I do it. I mean, you can do it any time of year, but this as we approach the holiday season is when I think about doing it the most. Okay, so now I have chosen Pretty Peacock as my base. Okay, and this, isn't that pretty? I'm going to do these portrait. Okay, thank you, Patty. I love these little cards. I just love them because, I mean, it's what we do, right? Okay, I'm going to do this. and go ahead and put my designer paper on the front. Don't you love how they incorporated the pretty peacock in with this pretty parakeet party in the lemon lolly? Isn't that pretty? Oh, y'all, our cardstock is the bomb. It is great. Beautiful. I have to have all of it. But our designer paper is gorgeous. I have to have all of it too. Did I say that already? I talked about the cardstock. That, you know, I have most every color. I think I have every color. Who am I fooling? Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and stamp, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do on the outside. So for this one, I love this stamp set. I am so excited. We have this in the catalog. I'm going to put, what did I choose? Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Okay, so this is the kind I would just leave somewhere. Yes, Diane, I agree. Hands down, the best designer paper. Okay, so I have this. I think I'm going to use Pretty Peacock on the inside. So let's get this. And ink this up. And remember, if you post any thank you cards or, you know, share them anywhere on social media, I know some of you do post your cards, use the hashtag creating gratitude. There are other demonstrators doing that as well, and we love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, I'm going to put this on the inside. Okay, here's this one. So you can see this is a super simple project, right? And you can do it. And I'm sure you have sentiments at home. Yeah, Diane, I love it too. Sentiments at home that you can use, okay? But I'm telling you, if you don't have this stamp set, you need to get it. All right. So now I've got that done, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different, which is how I've done the cards a lot of times in the past. So I have just a little scrap strip of Pretty Peacock. Can you mail those little cards? Not without extra postage. And there is a, if you go to first class sizes of letters on Google, it'll tell you how small you can send them and then how large you can send them. So I always do that if I have a question. But what I would do is I would just put this in a regular size envelope and mail it. That's just how I do it to be safe. Okay. And maybe you could throw a little bookmark in there, you know, all kinds of little things that we can make with the stuff we have and just brighten someone's day. I feel very, very passionate about that. Okay, so I want to cut. This is the punch that coordinates with layering leaves. Okay, we've had the punch a while, but this one, the stamp set was new this year. Okay. Yes, Diane, thank you. Okay, I'm going to punch there. And then I'm going to punch another one for the other card. Let's see if I can get that all on there. Okay, so to punch that and not have any waste where you get a bunch of these two, if you don't want them, this measures 1.5 inches, 1.5 inch strip. Okay, and you can slide it in and punch those leaves. All right. And I'm going to put that just like that. I think I'm going to use liquid glue on this one just because I have little pieces to work with. And of course, it's being stubborn. If you leave it out for a while, I mean, I don't know where there's my lid. If I had the lid on it, it probably would have been okay. the little dots. And then just kind of angle it like that. Okay, let's do this one. So who thinks they're going to make some of these little cards and a blessing box? Comment in the comment section. I would love to know. You can do it. You can do it. And, you know, it's like just the act of doing it makes you, because you know the effect it's going to have. Good, Debbie. You know the effect it's going to have on someone. Man, you know, that's what we're here for. Love one another, serve one another. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of linen thread, one of our fibers, twines that goes with just about everything, right? Don't be without it. Don't leave home without it. It's just a great little addition to almost any project. I mean, there's some that it might not work with. I haven't found it. Okay, tie a bow. Snip, snip. And I'm going to put this right here. And look how much that adds to that. Isn't that sweet? I'm going to use a glue dot. Okay. Let me find my glue dots. Okay. So put that. And you have to squeeze that glue dot so it's behind that knot. That's how I do it. You can use a tiny dot of liquid glue, but I don't want to wait on the dry time. Isn't that cute? Now look, if you found that, yes, Lynn, that is a great idea. You could even leave it in a hymnal or the lectionary or whatever in the pew, right? That's a good idea, Lynn. I would love to make a bunch of these with this verse in here. I need to do it. Along with the 500 other cards I need to make. Just kidding. No, but I do. We have a card ministry at our church in Texas, and I make a lot of those cards. I have some ladies that help me, but since I'm in Missouri a lot of the time, I have to make a lot of the cards and send them to them. They can make cards, but they aren't regular paper crafters like we are. They do a great job with, they love to do paper pumpkin kits and the kit collection kits. But sometimes I'm going to use for our Christmas cards that are going out to our homebound people from our church, I'm going to use the Night Divine set. Oh, Lynn, that's great. Yeah. Okay, so you see there? And this, I think, if you give it a really good press when you put it on, okay? Those glue dots are great for stuff like this. And then there's room for it. There's probably room for at least, you could do at least 8 cards, probably 10 in here, okay, to keep it stocked up. All right. Okay. I hope to see some of your projects on the Ink and Inspiration Stampers group, okay? I would love to see you over there and post in any cards that you're making, thank you cards, cards of gratitude. Would love to see them. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this project. I know it's super simple. I probably could have just told you this is how you do it and you would have been able to do it. But I love sharing it with you and making the cards and just giving you little tips along the way. So try it, okay? Even if you don't make the blessing box itself, which this is just how I keep up with the cards, okay? You can tuck them in a baggie in your purse or in your car so that you have them to leave and just make someone's day. Oh, yes, Diane, great idea. So anyway, remember that I'm also have if you're on my mailing list, you should have gotten an email today about my October product spotlight, which is the Berry Christmas Marys and More card pack and the cards and envelopes, where if you purchase those two items, then I will send you the video tutorial with 10 card ideas, and there's enough to make 2 of each card when you buy those 2 packs. Thank you, Nan. Okay, so be sure and watch Saturday. I'll talk more about it then. That's Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern, 9 Mountain, 8 Pacific, and it's on YouTube. It's a pre-recorded video, but it's have live chat, and I'd love to see you there. So thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, make a card, send that card, and make a difference. Take care, everyone. Good night.